Good morning. It's today again. Welcome back to Joseph's Reserves. I'm Joseph, and I store 20% of my income in the form of rare coins and precious metals. Today, I'm going to start the momentous task of counting all of my silver, and I'm starting with the highest premium item, American Silver Eagles. But before we get to the silver, let's just zoom out, because premium isn't just a stacking word. Premium is a life word. Premium is one of those words that means everything but nothing at the same time. You hear premium and you might think premium coffee, premium gas, premium clothes, premium cars, premium brands. But does premium mean that it's actually better, or in the case of silver, that it will perform better? Let's talk about it. Before I forget, let's shout out Mr. Happy Stacker for being the first to comment on my video yesterday. Thank you for your support and congratulations on getting it out there first. So let's get back to this word premium. I feel like the best way to define premium is just the thing people want the most when they feel like they can afford it. Premium is the upgrade. Premium is the I worked hard so I deserve this. Premium is the version that just feels a little bit nicer, even when it doesn't perform any better. Every industry has a premium tier. It's because every industry understands human nature. If money feels good and people feel like they have enough and that they're stable, they can reach for the premium items. When money feels tight, premium is the first thing to disappear. It's not that people stop wanting the nicer things, it's that they stop letting themselves have it. So this book that I'm holding, this is actually a full date run of all of the American Silver Eagles with the Type 1 reverse. Not every single one, because there's no proofs and burnish and all that. This is just the business strikes. From 1986 all the way to 2021, every single one that has the Type 1 reverse. That actually holds 36 coins. So with only 4 more, that makes 40, and that actually is equivalent to 2 tubes. So I keep 4 aside along with this book so that I can count it as 2 tubes or 40 American Silver Eagles. Back to this premium word. I feel like premiums aren't just numbers. They're not just a dollar amount. Premiums are more like temperature readings. They reflect confidence, fear, comfort, stability, demand, mood, and overall energy of the economy if the world feels stressful. People move towards lower premium when they feel they can't afford it. They want ounces, not the pretty coins. If the world feels calm, that's when people start to treat themselves again. That's when the premium returns. Premium is like an emotional barometer disguised as a price tag. Here's the big question. Will American Silver Eagle premiums return? Well, maybe. Maybe if silver flattens out for a while. Maybe if people start to feel like they have money again. Maybe if the economy stabilizes and confidence creeps back up. But premiums return when people return to feeling comfortable enough to buy the nice version of things. And that's true for everything. That's why luxury car markets dip during recessions. That's why high-end restaurants get quiet when inflation spikes. And that's why premiums on American Silver Eagles collapse when stackers feel squeezed. So today I begin counting my entire silver stack, piece by piece, category by category, and I'm starting with these American Silver Eagles. These are a core of my stack. For one, I live in America, so it makes the most sense to stack American products. But also, I believe that these represent something much bigger. They are the premium version, the aspirational version, the I want the nicer one version. I think starting my silver count here sets the tone for the whole journey. It says, yeah, stacking is about discipline, it's about the ounces, but mostly it's about the long-term planning and enjoying the item that you collect. Mostly it's that I believe premiums will return on silver in general. Right now, the price feels so high that stackers are not wanting to pay this high price for silver. They're not wanting to pay the high premium for American Silver Eagles. Right now, premiums have gotten so close to spot price that it's quite easy to find deals under spot, and even American Silver Eagle premiums are just about the same as Canadian Maples or other sovereign mint premiums. I believe that at the end of this bull run, whenever that actually is, prices will correct downward a little bit and stay stable or at least more horizontal for a few months to a year before massive moves return. I feel during that time would be when premiums return, and that would be the best time to capitalize on this high premium silver that we're actually getting at a discount right now. While I was counting these American Silver Eagles, I realized that the 4 that I could keep aside with my date run might as well be the next 4 in that date run. So here I have 2021 through 2024 Type 2 reverse. I don't have the 2025 yet, but I'll be getting that soon, and I'll let you guys know when I do. So I'll go ahead and place these back next to this book to mark it as 40 ounces or 2 tubes. And now I have verified that all of my tubes are full with 20 coins. So I have these 4 tubes as well as the 40 count date run, which will total all to 120 of these Business Strike American Eagles. I am considering stacking another tube of these American Silver Eagles just so I can have 100 aside from my date run. Most people are familiar with the monster box of 500 ounces, but I think of 100 ounces as like a mini monster box. So it would be pretty cool to have a mini monster box of American Eagles and maybe another one of another series. But once I bought enough Eagles so that I could dig through all of these tubes and find an entire date run, I decided to start focusing on something else when it came to American Eagles. And this is the non-business strike coins. So these proofs, the burnished eagles, and yes, even the reverse proofs. I started with this 2006 set, which is the 20th anniversary of the American Silver Eagle. And it's also the first release of a reverse proof and burnished eagle. They started the proofs as soon as they started the American Silver Eagles all the way back in 1986, but they didn't start making burnished or reverse proof until 2006. So that gives you an idea of how many there are to collect. There were 40 in the Business Strike date run, but when it comes to proofs, there were some years that they made multiple proofs at different mints. Some years they made burnished, some years they made reverse proof, and some years they didn't make anything other than the Business Strike and Proof Strike. So to get a full count, I would actually really have to go through the Red Book and count all of the coins that are listed, but who knows, that might be a project for later. Here you can see how really the only difference between the Business Strike and the burnished is that the Business Strike is just a little bit more reflective. So really, if you ever are thinking one might be burnished, you just want to look on the reverse, look for the W mint mark right where I'm pointing right there, W. That's the 2008 that I have there. Those are the 2 burnished coins that I have, and the rest in this collection are the proof ones. So you can see this is one of the older proofs, 1998. And then I also have an example of a set of 2017s that one was made in West Point and another one was made in San Francisco. Sorry, there's a lot of fingerprints on this plastic. It's not on the coin, that's all on the plastic. I do kind of handle these a little bit. I really love looking at them. Yeah, here's these 2 2017, one from West Point, one from San Francisco. You can see those mint marks are different, and that's really the only difference with these coins. That and the fact that they made a different mintage at each mint makes the premium a little bit different on these 2. Well, in addition to starting my other than Business Strike, I'm also starting to collect MS70s, only when I can get them at like the same price as an Eagle. So it's kind of fun. Who knows, maybe I'll end up with a full date run of MS70 Business Strikes as well. It's just keeping it interesting for me, keeping ways that I can continue to collect these American Silver Eagles and not just stack them. Although I do want to stack an entire tube as well, So we'll see where this goes. So that brings my entire total to 129 American Silver Eagles. I want to guess and say that this might be close to a quarter of my silver stack, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see once I pull everything else out. Let me know what you think. Are you stacking American Silver Eagles right now? Are you taking advantage of the low premiums that are happening in silver at this moment? Do you believe that premiums on these American Silver Eagles will return? Or do you think that they are forever going to be really close to spot from now on? Let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit some buttons for me. It really does help the channel a lot. So I thank you so much for your support. And most of all, thank you all for watching. And just remember, every ounce adds up. So no matter how small, just keep stacking.